The most growth has faced its fair share of friction. Do not be afraid of the fire, because when your wings burn down to the ashes like a phoenix, there is a dawn of emerging as the version of you who can go onwards to the new journeys that wait over the horizon. Everyone, so today is actually the first day of my art program, and I've just watched the first couple of lessons. So according to the program itself, by the end of the week I would have finished an entire oil painting, and that to me is crazy because I've never done an oil painting before. They seem very confident in what they say. So I'm trusting them as my mentors at the moment to guide me. And when I was listening to these videos, I felt like I could breathe again. Like I didn't need to figure out so many things by myself anymore. And I can let someone else who's already figured a few things out kind of show me the ropes a little bit and guide me along this journey, because I felt like in the beginning I was thinking really hard to try to figure out how I can paint better paintings, create a business with my art studio, or how best to share all of this journey online. And once I almost like asked for help, I felt like I was much more calmer and much more relaxed. What I've done is every week I've blocked out the first part of my day to carry out these lessons. And then I told myself I'm going to do everything else afterwards. Only after I finished watching these lessons and implementing the assignments, then will I go on to my next task of going to the gym, praying, doing some house chores, going for a walk. So I've sort of prioritized this as my number one thing, unless there is an appointment that I can't miss. I've said that this is gonna be like the first thing that I do in most days of my week. So yeah, we'll see. If there is one word to describe how I feel right now, is uncertain, unsure. And this uncertainty comes not from not knowing what to do, but confronting with the experience of both things existing at the same time. Every day of this week, I've experienced a big sense of relief and doubt that I carry in my heart at the same time. They both exist before I start to draw or paint, whilst I have my meals or talk to my partner, when I go on walks and observe the nature that exists around me. There is a burning sensation in my heart, and I'm not sure where it comes from. I try to make sense of it. Is it strength? Is it stubbornness? Is it pain? But one thing for sure that this week has taught me is nothing is ever black or white or even grey. If I could compare my emotions to an image or a sound, it would be this. The image has everything in all shades of colors and in all different tones, light to dark, bold to muted. And the sound is both a quiet whisper and a loud, relentless drumming. So today is third day of my art program, and we are doing some sketching following on from the painting session that we did yesterday. And I think I'm feeling quite pumped at this point. I'm now like really excited to see myself progress in every single lesson, and I like the idea of waking up in the morning and not knowing what today's lesson is going to be and what I'm going to do and how it's going to go. And this element of surprise makes it feel very exciting to begin this new journey. And what gets me really excited is the fact that, by this time next year I will have the skills that I wanted to relearn and redo, especially the ability to be able to draw anything that I see feels really, really encouraging and amazing, because I just feel like through practice and gaining these foundational skills, I'm going to have a lot of confidence in myself and in my skills. And hopefully that will then translate into me being able to present my work more confidently and literally paint anything that I have in my mind into reality. So that is the ultimate goal, but day by day we are getting there. And let's set up the canvas today. I wanted to jump to a conclusion for you in this video, to give you a concrete answer of my experience in going back to education again and what happened in my first week of doing the art program. But that's what we do as humans, right? Jump into conclusions straight away. It's easy to try to identify the one truth, but my personal experience this week is both elation and questioning. Already in the first week, I've done my first oil painting, and I've started to unlearn bad sketching habits. Everything from learning how to hold a paintbrush and a pencil to color theory has taught me that painting is more like a dance than depicting an image. So I've just done like the first ever oil painting in my life. I've been using acrylic paint so far, and I used to work a lot with charcoal and chalk pastels when I was back in school, way back in school. But now I've done my first undercoat of this piece here, and I'm still shaking. Like, honestly, my heart feels like it's been palpitating for the last like 2.5, 3 hours, and I've been shaking, and I've had so many like internal thoughts going on in my head of, why did I even do it? I'm not good enough. Why did I even think I could be an artist? So many crazy thoughts that was going through my head as I did this. Every time I get on the canvas, my question becomes, how can I let go? This very question brings discomfort because as humans, we have the habit of holding on to so much. So every time I get on the canvas, I face a discomfort that drags on. This experience is healing and necessary, but also painfully slow and a little agonizing in the moment. The practical part of me knows how much it took for the great artists of our time to develop their voice. In setting strong foundations for myself with this program, I think of the years of practice and experimentation it must have taken for them. It makes me appreciate each piece of artwork even more. Every part of education, I think, goes through a period of learning, then unlearning. Before I started this program, I felt like I reached my own limit of what I can do for myself. Now that I'm on this program, week by week, I think I will learn technical and expressive skills, both in education and through practice. But art for me is always about honesty to oneself. For me, it's not about who can do the most technical thing correctly. It's about honesty in expression and allowing our expressions to be seen and felt by others. And for that to happen, I think it's also important to unlearn, almost forget everything we've learned, so the tools and techniques can become muscle memory. And what really shines through is our voice. to say what we want to say, in a way we want to say it, without holding back, without hiding or masking it. And not being able to answer the questions that I have for my future and for my art, for the really honest questions I hold in my heart, is the most vulnerable thing. I can feel that there is a ground I walk on, but what it is made out of, I don't know. I just know that there is some form of semi-solid ground and that it is important to keep walking.